All right, guys. Morning and welcome to my weekly technical analysis. So last week I analyzed some peers and gave my own view on those peers and what was going to happen in those peers last week. So this was my analysis on EJ, on GJ, that is bounce JPY. To analyze the pair is going to retrace all the way down. You can see this is a screenshot. So that was on February 7. The price was going to retrace that up to this level around 144.068, and price will keep pushing up. And if this gets invalidated, it's going to get up the way down to 143.718 before it starts pushing up. So let's check the current market price right now and see what is happening on GJ. Okay, the analysis was done on that is a 4 time frame. So let's go on 4 time frame so we can reset chart. All right, good. So you can see, just like I analyzed, price retraced down up to 144.068. We had just little drawdown. You can see just little drawdown, and price keep pushing up. We've moved more than let me count the number of pips we've moved. So it has moved more than, you see, more than 124 pips, more than 124 pips in this trade. So you can see it was a good signal for last week. So this week we expect price to still keep pushing up, but we can also see have a pullback. So we should not join this trend again. Now, if you miss this entry, it's better you just hold on until we have what next is going to happen here. So what I just think is going to happen on pounds JPY, once price gets to this level again, we're gonna have a little pullback. So we have a little pullback up to this point again before we have it keep pushing up again. Once again, this is our final destination, so it's gonna take a while before price eventually get to this point. So anything can happen in the market, so just make sure you trade your stops, you trade your trades. That is, you move your stop loss above your entry point, and if you want to take some profit, you can. It depends on the kind of trader you are. And if you are a swing trader, you can keep on holding the trade because we have a long way to go. So another pair which I analyzed last week was pounds USD. Pounds USD. So I analyzed the price will likely pull back up to this point to around 1.36323 before it eventually keep pushing up. But let's see what happens on pounds USD last week. All right, so we only had a little pullback on pounds USD. You can see we had a little pullback, but didn't get to our entry point, and price keep pushing up. So this trade, we aren't in this trade at all. So we can't take this trade because it didn't get to our entry point. So we can't just jump into a moving trend. We can't do that. All right, so another pair which we also analyzed. Yeah, this is a very good trade. So Euro JPY, Euro JPY. So analyze the pair. Is still going to get up to this point. That is 127.198. 127.198. So we have a pending order here for price to come down to before it starts selling. So let's check what is going on Euro JPY. Euro JPY. All right, good. So this is Euro JPY. It is a nice trade. You see, price hits our entry point, and we can see where the market closed. So we are in a profit right now. Just a little drawdown, just a little drawdown. So just 12 pips. So for some, you can still enter the trade. It's still a good trade to take for this new week. Just know that your stop loss is around 43 pips, but we are targeting more than 130 pips or even 180 pips. So it's a good trade to take for the new week. So it's still in a good shape and still around the entry point. So you can see it's always better to be patient. You can see we analyzed the pair when it was around there and price keep dropping. Some would have think, oh, are we not going to miss this trade like this, and just jump into the trade here. And you can see it trades back all to our entry point. You would have been in a big loss. So it's better to be patient. Be patient, be patient. If price doesn't respect your analysis, just look for another trade to take. Look for another trade to take. It's not a must to trade the pair. So let's go to another pair which I analyzed last week. All right, good. So I analyzed USD CHF. USD CHF. So analyze the price is going to drop all the way down here. So we look for our entry around this point. But let's see what is happening on USD CHF. USD CHF. All right, good. Nice one. So you can see USD CHF right now. So we are still holding a little loss. You can see after the price triggered, it keep going down, but didn't hit a stop loss. So we can see right now where price is right now. But so it's still a good trade to take for the new week because we are expecting Euro USD CHF rather to push. That means we're expecting our USD to be bullish in this new week, and our stop loss is just around there. So if you are still out of this trade, if you are not yet in this trade, it's a good trade to take for the new week. So we are expecting to long, we are longing USD CHL. So it's a nice trade to take. So another pair we also analyzed. All right, good, nice one. It is gold. Yeah, we analyzed gold is going to get up to this point. You can see, and we short gold from here. But if it's disrespect analysis, that means we expect price to eat up to this point before we start shorting gold. But let's see what happens on gold and the real market right now. Gold. All right, nice one. So let's see what happens on gold. Wow, good. So once it's our entry point, you can see we only have little drawdown and price keep moving down to our way. You can see. So we're in some big profit now on gold. So we're still expecting price to keep pushing down. You've missed this entry point. So it's possible we also have a retest before price keep pushing down. So you don't have to just jump into the trade. If you miss the trade, you've missed it. Just wait for another opportunity. So another pair which we analyzed was okay, yeah, AUD card. Nice one. So the AUD card we analyzed from here and analyzed price is going to get up to this point once again, but we didn't get a new entry. Let's check AUD card. Sorry, AUD card. Okay, I think I see it. All right. So AUD card is our take profit. You see, we eventually had a retest, triggered our entry point, and price eventually it's our take profit. That is for AUD card. So let's see what probably happened. All right. Okay, so we can see we're at resistance zone here. So we're expecting a reversal, a pullback. So desired tendency, we have a pullback. If price will still continue to range at this zone, but we expect price to break out from this zone because this is where we expect our AUD card to get to. This is the final destination of the AUD card. So it will be bullish for this month, but it's still ranging here. So we're expecting a breakout retest before we long AUD card once again. But we have to be patient here because we might eventually have a ranging market here because we can see my price has been ranging in this zone. So we're expecting a breakout before we long the pair, So the next, all right, sorry for the breaking. All right, sorry for the breaking transmission. So, like I said, we're expecting price to move that up here on AUD card. So, but we have to be patient until we have a breakout and retest before we eventually long the pair. So another pair which I analyzed last week, yes, CHF JPY. Oh, it has moved, though we missed the entry point. We missed the entry point. I checked this pair very late. Oh, so it has moved a long way. So, and I can't just jump into the trade at the middle of it because I trade on a week, on daily time frame or 4 hour time frame. So let's see what happened on CHF JPY. Eventually respected our analysis. You can see it's to take profit, but we don't have an opportunity to enter the trade once again. But let's check. Okay, I want to see our bigger view on CHF JPY. Sorry. CHF JPY. All right, good. So, so CHF JPY is still bullish, still a bullish market. Okay. So I can't really say now. I'll analyze the pair and maybe in my next video, I'll share my view on CHF JPY. I'll share my view on it. But with what I'm seeing here, I'm still expecting a bullish movement because we are currently in a very strong high, a very strong resistance point. You can see we have a resistance here and price has been rejected for a very long time here. So we can eventually have a little pullback here. We can have a pullback here and before we eventually have a breakout. So we are expecting the breakout for CHF JPY. We expect the breakout from this structure here. And we wait, be patient, wait for the retest and before we eventually long the pair. But to note our next take profit, I'll share that in my next video. So another pair which I analyzed, which was the last pair I analyzed for last week, was Euro NZD. So I gave an analysis price is going to test this point 1.6806086 or this point here. And let's see what happens in the market. Euro NZD, Euro NZD, Euro NZD. All right, nice one. So you can see the market right now. Price eventually retested our entry point, and you can see price now is still moving. We're still in profit. So it's my view here. We can see price is still very slow and ranging at this point, and I'm expecting there's possibility price will keep moving all the way like this. That is why you need to be very patient. Price can keep moving like this until it eventually retest the trend line here. Then we finally have price keep dropping. So we need to be patient. We need to be patient. So on this pace, that means this pace can be really slow before we eventually hit our profit target. But don't forget, if we should hit our stop loss, then we look for another new entry once price will test this trend line. So that is all for the pairs which I analyzed last week for my students in my group. So I believe I've learned a lot from this, and we can also see some trading opportunity for this new week on all the pairs. So thank you so much. This is our DPIPCARTEL Academy. And if you have any question, you can always come into my DM. I will always attend to your questions. Thank you so much.